From the KATC Weather Lab, here's Eric's forecast.
Hope you all had a wonderful weekend and you didn't let the cool and gloomy weather stop you from getting out there to enjoy the Scott Boudin Festival or all the other activities that we had going on across Acadiana. The good news is it does look like temperatures will be warming as we move into the upcoming work week, but it might take a little bit before we finally clear out the clouds, as I think good bit of clouds stick around for our Monday before we finally start to see a good amount of sunshine returning for Tuesday and the rest of the upcoming week. So taking a look across the big picture, you can see we have a snowstorm moving through the central portion, now beginning to make its way into the Midwest. Can you believe it? It's April and we're still talking snow across the heart of the country, back through Illinois, down into Indiana. We could even make its way into Kentucky later this evening. That's associated with the next front that is beginning to make its way down through. It could eventually move through our area late tomorrow and into Tuesday, but I don't think we're going to see any rain with this, and we won't see a whole lot of cooler temperatures. I just think we're going to see the temperatures remain mild through the next couple days, or a little bit below average before we finally start to see those upper 70s by about Wednesday into Thursday. You can see those low-level clouds that we continue to have locked in across the area. They're not overly that thick, so we could have maybe a few breaks, but I do think the clouds hold with us all the way through the overnight, making for temperatures to hold pretty steady. We've been at 54 for the last several hours, and I think that's where we're going to stay, as dew points have come up now into the lower 50s, so the temperature can't drop a whole lot. And I think winds right now are calm, but they might actually turn a little bit more out of the southeast through the overnight, and that might push a little warmer air over top the area. But you can see the clouds remain the big story through the overnight. We do have a stationary front out over the Gulf of Mexico, and that's kind of what's helping to produce these clouds, as we had some overrunning throughout the day. And I think that's going to hold in for much of our Monday as that front makes its way out into the Gulf of Mexico. But we could see a few peaks of sunshine, and that might help get temperatures briefly into the lower 70s, but it will be another cool day. As I mentioned, there's that front moving through, finally clearing out the clouds heading into early Tuesday morning, and then plenty of sunshine expected, but it will turn breezier behind that front as high pressure begins to move down over top. And as that high slides all the way down into Louisiana come Wednesday morning, it'll be another cool start to our day. Temperatures falling into the 40s, so don't put away those jackets just yet, as you're going to need them a couple more times in the coming 10-day forecast. Then that high pressure does begin to slide off to the east, so we will get a brief warm-up, as I mentioned, towards the latter part of the week, but it will cool off again heading into the weekend. Temperatures through the night holding steady in the mid-50s, maybe some upper 40s to the north if they get some of that clearing, but I do think most of us are starting relatively where we are right now. Going throughout our Monday, we start to see those temperatures warm up a little bit during the day, but not expecting a huge warm up, maybe getting into the lower 70s with a mix of sun and clouds. But it does look like the clouds hold on for at least another day before we start to see the sunshine going into Tuesday. So with the clouds hanging on Tuesday morning, another seasonable start in the mid to low 50s. But then with that front moving through, we do get the sunshine, so we'll get into the 70s, but with a northerly breeze, it'll again feel a little bit cooler than that in the 60s. So a couple more days where you might need the sweater or a light jacket. Otherwise, we're just looking at another cool night, near steady temperatures with overcast skies, 54 for the overnight low. We start to warm up a little bit moving into our Monday, but still below average. I'm going 73, but that might be a little generous. I think we might only get into the lower 70s briefly. Normal for this time of year would be 78, so you can still see we're about 5 degrees below where we should be for early April here in Acadiana. And we stay that way, at least for our Tuesday and Wednesday, below average with temperatures in the mid-70s. As mentioned, some high clouds maybe stick around Tuesday, but plenty of shine Wednesday and Thursday. As we start to get a southerly flow by Friday, that brings temperatures into the lower 80s, more clouds around. Then late Friday and the early Saturday, another strong cold front moves into Acadiana, bringing scattered showers and a few thunderstorms, some of which could be on the severe side. But again, you see the temperatures tumble down into the dust, a high of 66 come next Sunday. So it's not really getting springtime yet, but I think we'll take the cooler temperatures for now.